What's going on, guys? Gorilla Ray here. Today I'm bringing you a video going over my general opinions and giving you a basic review for Battlefield Hardline. Now, I've put a lot of hours into this game, as you can see here looking at my stats, and this I just kind of wanted to give you guys an update at where I'm at with the game and giving you guys a look at where I've gotten and what I've accomplished so far. So I just wanted to show you guys these quick stats here, but I'm going to be going over what I like about Battlefield Hardline, some of the issues that I found, and basically giving you a really generic and easy to follow review. So hopefully you guys are going to take some information from this, and if you guys have not gotten Battlefield Hardline yet, hopefully this can give you a better opinion on the game, and if you already have it, maybe give you guys some pointers and some information on the game that you did not know. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about in this Battlefield is the differences between Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, and then Battlefield Hardline. So Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, well, I guess Battlefield Bad Company 2, and basically the whole Battlefield franchise has been militaristic combat. So it's basically been all military combat, and the whole gameplays and everything were based on military. Obviously, Battlefield Hardline is different, and they took a whole new approach with it, going with the cops and robbers theme, which I really like it. I feel like they switched it up enough to where it wasn't as similar as, I guess I felt like Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 were way too similar. When Battlefield 4 came out, I kind of was disappointed in how similar the actual game was to Battlefield 3. I know they upgraded a lot of stuff and really fixed some issues, but there were a lot of issues still with Battlefield 4. So I like that they switched it up and brought us something new and exciting, and I've had a lot of fun with Battlefield Hardline, so I put a lot of hours into it, and I've really accomplished some pretty cool stuff, like getting a lot of the tougher assignments done, like the Syndicate. If you guys have not looked at my most recent video about the Operator Syndicate class, I finished that Operator Syndicate assignment, and I'm pretty happy about that. It's one of the tougher out of the assignments in Battlefield Hardline, so if you guys haven't looked at that, I'll probably leave an annotation on the screen right now. But that's one thing that I really like about Battlefield Hardline is the differences in the previous Battlefields to this Battlefield. I feel like they switched it up enough to keep us interested and give us a new exciting view on Battlefield and the franchise. So one of the main concepts that I wanted to talk about is the classes and basic weapon balances when it comes to Battlefield Hardline. So in Battlefield Hardline, and in previous Battlefields as well, the Operator class, or the Assault class, has been the main go-to, I guess, class for a lot of people, and it's almost a little overused when I look at Battlefield franchise. I feel like there's a lot of advantages to using the Operator class, especially in Battlefield Hardline. Just the fact that you're able to revive and heal yourself is a great advantage over any other class. The other advantages that I noticed were the weapons. I mean, the assault rifles in Battlefield Hardline are absolutely insane. The M416 and the M16A3, which I did a review on recently, are extremely good, and I feel like they really have a good advantage over a lot of other weapons. But I do feel like the weapon balances in general for the classes are pretty good related to the cops and robber side. So obviously in Battlefield Hardline, the cops have specific weapons compared to the robbers who have specific weapons. So I feel like they did a good job on keeping those pretty balanced. Obviously there's some issues when it comes to weapons on the robber side and the cop side. There's some weapons that have a little bigger advantage if you're using it on a certain side, but overall I feel like they did a good job on balancing the weapons. But basic classes, the Operator, the Enforcer, let's say like the Mechanic, and the Professional class, they're pretty balanced. I do think that, like I said earlier, the Operator class is a little overused and has a little more benefits than the others. I do really like that the Professional class, or the Sniper Recon class, does not have a spawn beacon anymore. That's now the Mechanic's gadget. I do really like that. I feel like that was a big issue in Battlefield, and I really like that they switched that up and gave it to a new class in this Battlefield. So those are some of the basic advantages and maybe some of the disadvantages I noticed with Battlefield Hardline when it comes to weapons and the classes in general. So the next topic I wanted to talk about in Battlefield Hardline is the maps and some of the spawns in these maps. So in certain game modes, obviously there's going to be some issues in spawns. Like in Team Deathmatch, there's always going to be issues, especially when you're on a small, close quarter area. People are going to be spawning in a lot of different areas, but it's gotten to the point in Battlefield Hardline where in Team Deathmatch, you'll spawn and you will be spawning and somebody will be aimed down sight looking directly at you and you're dead within a second. Now, I know this is also sometimes characteristic in other game modes, but Team Deathmatch is the main one that I've noticed. I've also seen it in Conquest, even Conquest Large. I've noticed some spawn issues where if the enemy team has a flag and you are running in to take that flag, they will still spawn directly on that flag in some scenarios, and they'll spawn right in front of you, and you can just sit there and wait for them to spawn on the flag. So there's obviously going to be some issues with the spawns in Battlefield Hardline. That's characteristic with any first-person shooter and really any game like Battlefield or other games like Call of Duty. It's almost expected because it's pretty difficult in a huge 64-person lobby to actually, I guess, keep up with where they can spawn and spawning without spawning next to enemies. And I guess I think that they did a pretty good job, but there are a lot of issues when it comes to spawns in like certain scenarios and game types like Conquest and Team Deathmatch. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is destruction. So the main thing with Battlefield is destruction. That's one of the main things that they really emphasized in their franchise in general. Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4. There was a lot of destruction, buildings collapsing, stuff like that. I feel like they did a pretty good job in Battlefield Hardline, but I feel like it's lacking compared to the previous Battlefields where you can shoot and blow up walls, and a lot of stuff was destructive in Battlefield 4. I feel like in Battlefield Hardline there's some characteristic stuff like just small barriers that should not be able to withstand a grenade launch, or I mean driving at it over 60 miles per hour should not stop it. Like on Everglades, for example, one of the maps on Battlefield Hardline, there's these bushes around the map, and they're indestructible. You can be flying at it with a very heavy-duty vehicle, and you come to a complete stop when you hit it. It's not destructive. There's also some other issues when it comes to, like, some walls are like very thin. They almost are like I don't know, just basic drywall, and they aren't destructive. Like, I don't understand that. I feel like they did a kind of poor job when it comes to the destructive and levolution factor of Battlefield Hardline. But I still think that the whole destructive manner in Battlefield Hardline is still there, just in certain scenarios and on certain maps. There's some places where destruction should be available, and I feel like if they added that in the future, it would be a lot more characteristic of the Battlefield franchise and really give it another advantage over previous Battlefields where destruction was actually very good. So I feel like they need to improve on that, but overall I feel like it doesn't really hinder how much fun the game is in general. The next thing I wanted to talk about is premium. So I was going to do a whole different video on premium, but I feel like I can throw that into this review because I can give you guys just a basic overview of the premium and I guess give you my general consensus on whether you should get it or not. So when it comes to premium, there's some pretty cool features that you're going to be able to get if you get it. You're going to be able to get 2 weeks early access to all 4 of the DLC or expansion packs. So that's one thing that obviously if you get premium is going to be the biggest benefactor, I feel, is being able to get all 4 DLCs for free when you buy the premium. So my opinion on the premium, when it comes to premium at its state right now, which is April 2nd. So the game's been out about a half a month. I feel like right now if you buy premium, you're not going to be taking full advantage of all of the features because they're not available yet in the premium for Battlefield users. So if you buy premium right now, there's some features in it that are not yet available to use. Like some of the features are, let's say, like legendary status. Once you reach level 150, you are able to replay the progression system, but right now that's not available. Also, obviously the DLCs aren't out yet, so by buying premium for DLC reasons, you're not yet available and you're not able to get those right now. So I feel like that's one thing you need to take into consideration, is a lot of the things that you would get in premium are not yet available and not yet out. So I'm going to go ahead and say that you should wait on buying Battlefield Hardline Premium. I feel like you should give it some time and get a little more information on it, and I guess wait until the DLCs are going to be coming out sooner so we can get a better opinion on them and whether you are going to actually want to get them. So it's almost like pre-ordering a game. You're not quite sure exactly what the game is going to be involving and featured unless you do a lot of research, but by looking at the premium right now, I feel like it's not worth the $50 US. I'm not sure what that would be in other countries, but the premium, which is quite expensive, $50, is not quite worth it in my mind right now. So that's just my general opinion on the premium and where I stand on it. I have not bought it, so I feel like I'm gonna wait until the DLCs are sooner and gonna be coming out, and then I will probably get premium, or if I don't feel like they're worth it, then I will not get premium. But overall, that was my basic overview of Battlefield Hardline. I wanted to give a basic review going over some of the features that I liked and some features I didn't like, so hopefully you guys gained some information off of this video. If you guys did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe for more videos like this and gameplays and whatnot. So thanks again for watching, and I will talk to you all later.